I'm Jim.
And I'm Frank.
And I'm Jerry.
And this is the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, where the shop talk is rock, episode 133. And away we go.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
Man, hey, Jim, I've got a question. I'll start with you since you took off on me there. I just read that Pretenders are going to be doing some shows this summer and whatnot. And it's a good news, bad news situation.
Okay.
They are not headlining any shows in LA.
Oh.
Closest show they're going to headline is San Francisco. But they are going to open for Foo Fighters at one of the BMO Stadium in LA.
Okay.
Well, what are your thoughts? Would you like to see Pretenders at this stage of the game? Chrissy Hines, what, 75 years old? The band, whatever's left of the band. I don't even know at this point.
I saw Chrissy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just her and Martin Chambers and some other guys.
Right.
And she was great.
Yeah.
I don't need to go see her now.
Okay. What about you, Jerry? Any I know you're kind of iffy on the whole concert.
I love the Pretenders, yeah, but as far as if the Pretenders did like a club,
mm-hmm.
something like that, but yeah, as far as $20 beers and $8 hot dogs and
$100 to park,
yeah, $100 to park, and again, don't get me wrong, I would go see them if the Pretenders opened up for the Foo Fighters at the whatever club. Hell yeah. But no,
right. But the Foo Fighters only play the Enormo Dome.
I know. Right. They only go big. Yeah. That's cool. But no, I wouldn't, Frank, to answer your question. No, I would love to see them. I've never saw them, and I love the Pretenders. I think they're very good. So
I've never seen them live, but I always felt that the Pretenders were, Chrissy Hine especially, an angry band, kind of like Elvis Costello was in the beginning.
Yep, I would agree.
When they started, right?
Right.
Yep.
And I just don't see that at 75, her still being angry when she's got everything she could possibly have. It's not.
Well, I don't know. She's still pretty pissed off.
She's pissed. Yeah.
But she
can't believe I'm 75. Can't believe I'm 75. Damn it.
I don't know. I've seen a few interviews with her, and yeah, I know she's pissed, but it's kind of hard to.
It's Ray Davies did it, and he broke her heart. It's Ray Davies' fault.
I don't know. I don't know that I'd want to spend the money. A double bill with Foo Fighters. I'm sure that's going to be an expensive ticket.
Foo Fighters, yeah, I was going to say with the Foo Fighters, it's going to be pricey.
Yeah, I've seen the Foo Fighters too, and they were great.
There you go.
They are a polarizing band. A lot of people love them, and a lot of the younger fans just can't stand them for some reason, and I don't know why.
Speaking of a lot of hits,
yes,
good point.
Now, I only own a couple Foo Fighters albums, but when I put them on, I know almost every song.
Yeah,
because they're all
tons of airplay.
Yeah,
loads,
and still,
yeah.
Okay, and let's transition because we're going to get into the 90s Mount Rushmore. Before we even start that, what was a better band, Nirvana, Foo Fighters? Jim, you first.
I lean Foo Fighters.
Jerry?
I would lean Foo Fighters only because Nirvana has one song I like. Foo Fighters have quite a few.
Okay. All right, fair.
And that's just my, yeah.
Right. But I have to say, without Nirvana, there is no Foo Fighters. So
no,
it's kind of hard to,
Kurt Cobain was not the voice of my generation.
No, mine neither. Exactly.
Right. So, not that I didn't like Nirvana. I went and saw Nirvana. They were great live. And I like Nirvana. I just like Foo Fighters better.
Gotcha. No, that's
come at me, bro. Bring it on.
They are a more melodic and rocking band. I don't have that grunge sound like Nirvana did. They were more mainstream. Before we get to our Mount Rushmores for the 90s, I want to show you something, and I want to let you know it's not necessarily a mail call, but I was rummaging through some CDs and found this, and I want to see if you can tell me why it is so special to me. And that is a CD, and it's a Danish band. They were called Disneyland After Dark. And do you know why this is so special?
Somebody that's in it has to be.
Well, I know Jim knows. Jim knows. Go ahead.
Because it says Disneyland After Dark on it.
Correct. I don't know how many of these copies were put out. There's quite a few.
Not many.
Yeah, they were out there for a minute when it first came out, because I remember seeing it at a warehouse, and then later on it came out, and they had to change their name for fear of being sued by Walt Disney to DAD. And
Not
that's
Walt personally.
Right. Well, it was quite a big
the Disney
thing.
Corporation.
Yeah.
And they would do it too.
My CD says DAD on it.
DAD.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Walt Disney Corporation that
cool band.
Wow.
Excellent song. This particular is No Fuel Left for the Pilgrims. Jerry, check it out. It's on iTunes. And every
at DAD?
DAD. Yeah, No Fuel Left for the Pilgrims. And sweet music. Okay. As soon as you're done writing that, Jerry, I want to know your 90s Mount Rushmore.
I spent tons of effort on this. I DuckDuckGo'd top 100 bands of the 90s.
All right.
And I don't really disagree with these things. I got the numbers they were ranked aside them in case that comes up. But my Mount Rushmore of the 90s is Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Metallica, REM.
REM. I didn't even think about REM. Good choice.
Yep.
Okay.
Cheated. I totally cheated. Yep.
All right. Well, I'm not going to lie and say I didn't look at the internet a little bit, because all honesty, the 90s were not an era where I was really listening to a whole lot of music, because I was running around chasing kids. So I bought what was on sale. I stuck to what I knew in the 90s. But looking at, there were a few bands that, to me, I think shined in the 90s. And I'll start with Metallica. They had the sound, and they were the metal band during the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go back to the grunge era, and I did pick Nirvana over Foo Fighters, only because, like I said, without one, the other wouldn't exist.
Yeah, good point.
Then I went to the it's a band I like, but it's another one that gets a lot of hate also, Green Day. They had
Frank, I had that one.
Good.
Crossed out, put in, crossed out, put in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I did, guys.
They are a band that I like the later albums more than the earlier albums. They're a good band. I don't care. A lot of people don't like them either because they're corporate. They've become part of the machine more than the punk establishment part, but it's all good. My final band, I had to go a little bit outside the box, but I went with No Doubt, because they brought ska really to the forefront. For a lot of people, wouldn't even know what that type of music was unless they were underground punk folks anyways.
I didn't think you were a No Doubt fan at all.
Gwen, come on.
96.
Oh, I knew you were a Gwen Stefani fan.
Right. Fellow Italian.
I think you were a No Doubt fan.
Yeah, I Tragic Kingdom, a couple of their others I really enjoy. Their older stuff. She took the band over, and I didn't care for. I think Rocksteady was probably the last one that I really liked. But how about you, Jim? Where are you at?
Well, I'm way off the reservation compared to
good
to you. First, I'm going like reverse order here, 4-1.
Okay.
Lemonheads.
All right.
Red Cross.
Mm-hmm.
The Muffs.
Look at you.
Oh,
and the Almighty Material Issue.
There you go. Yeah.
Well
All
done,
right.
Jaime.
Very good. See, now though all of those bands were important to their genre.
Mhm.
That's you can't go wrong with them. That's for sure. All right. I don't think we need to venture into the 2000s. I really don't. I think we
Oh,
should
thank God, Frank.
let's just
Thank
stop. Just nip it in the
Oh.
bud right here.
Oh
Nip it,
man.
nip it.
Yep. Yeah, I because I'm lost.
I
I'm
had to
lost.
cheat on this one. I said, I don't know.
Yeah, but as soon as you looked up the 90s, I mean, it was a boatload of bands you
Oh,
knew.
it was loaded,
yeah.
Jaime. And
Yeah.
it was, oh, yes, it was. It was. And then one of them I wanted to pick so bad that was so huge. And at the time, by then I have custody of my daughter, folks on Conspiracy Land. She's like 8 or 9. And I get Jagged Little Pill by Alanis Morissette.
Oh, that's Morissette. Yes.
But then she didn't do it personally.
Right.
She didn't do anything after that. I'm sure she released stuff. I'm sure stuff came out. I know she has good stuff. But that album was so huge in our household.
Yes.
And same with Presidents of the United States of America.
Oh, yeah.
Lump
right.
and Peaches came out in 96. I think the same year as Alanis Morissette. So we played that in my car. I'm taking her to school. I'm picking her up, and it's on 24/7 at the house via CD. So,
Right.
yeah, you're right. It's subjective. But I had Green Day, Frank. I was thinking of Alanis Morissette. I was thinking of the Presidents.
Right.
But, yeah, I cheated.
It's all good. It's
Yeah.
all good.
But 2000s, I'd be like lost. I'd be
Yeah.
like, you know what? We got Monster. Or no, we got Sonic Boom in 2009. Not all we can find in the 2000s, right?
Nothing, no bands. I
Yeah.
think the whole
I have to look it up. I have to cheat again.
world of music kind of
Oh, yeah.
while it still exists, I for our age group, there's nothing new and exciting that we have to say this is groundbreaking. This is
Yeah.
something that
Never heard it before. Yes, I have. About 20 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Yep.
right. Well, there you go. That is the Mount Rushmore. Love to hear the listeners. What is your Mount Rushmore for the 90s? I know it's going to be all over the place because it just depends on the style of music that you enjoy.
That's it.
What influenced you, and just
Well done, Jaime.
let us know. And with that, let's move right ahead to Jerry and your
Yes, sir.
pick for tonight. What band you got for us?
I do, Jim and Frank. I have a solo artist, Ryan Oyer, Oyer. I hope it's Oyer or Oyer. Is the artist out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. The song that Frank's going to spin Out of This World is from an upcoming LP called You Are Here. The song Out of This World Frank's going to spin was released February 14th. Ryan is the singer-songwriter, was raised on the sounds of the 60s British invasion and 90s Britpop. This prolific writer has released 6 albums and 4 EPs in just over a decade. Written and produced by Ryan, mixed and mastered by Butch Ross from Shinola Studios. We've got Ryan on guitars and vocals, Matt Shigikawa on guitar, Ryan Crabtree on bass, and Jeremy Muse on drums. And folks on Conspiracy Land, RyanOyer.com will lead you everywhere. He's on all streaming, Twitter, Facebook, Reverb Nation. And again, Ryan Oyer out of Chattanooga, Tennessee with Out of This World.
I dig the ways that you grew, like you got nothing to prove. You're put together just right. You switch me on like a light. You know I gotta get closer to you. I need to feel just what you can do. God must hurt me 'cause I think you're so fine. I'm all yours, can't believe that you're mine. 'Cause all I gotta say, I think you're out of this me wrong. I love the way that you kiss me so slow. You got me wrapped around your fingertips. You got me hanging off of your lips. Just all I gotta say, I think you're out of this world. All I gotta say, I think you're out of this world. All I gotta say, I think you're out of this world. All I gotta say, you're out of this world. And I lost belief in magic till I saw your face. When you smiled at me, I must have found the right place. Gotta be from somewhere out in outer space. Just all I gotta say, I think you're out of this world. All I gotta say, I think you're out of this world. All I gotta say, I think you're out of this world. All I gotta say, you're out of this world.
There's Ryan Oyer with Out of This World. Oh, yeah.
And he did this watercolor himself, folks, on Conspiracy Land.
Yeah, that is
So
the cover.
anyway, more props. Thank you, Ryan.
All right. What'd you think there, Jim?
Art all around.
Yes.
Cool groove.
Yeah.
Cool groove. Yeah, nothing super flashy or anything, but just I was trying to think of what it reminded me of, the vocals. Kind of has a 90-ish vibe to it. I enjoyed it. It's good.
Yeah. I like the vocals and the style, the way he sings that particular song. It's catchy. I like riffs, you know that. And this is got a good one. So it's a complete good song for me. Very good.
Yep.
All right. And yeah, the watercolor on the cover,
Yes.
real good stuff. And there'll be a close up, a clear picture when the song's playing.
Yeah, thanks. Oh yeah, that's Frank. You'll do that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm getting too much reflection.
Yep.
But yeah. Thank you, Ryan, out of Chattanooga. Thank you.
Out of Chattanooga. Very good.
Mhm.
All right. Last episode, Jerry picked INXS for a band for us to pick 3 tunes. Not an easy task with a band that has so much music out there.
Yeah, I was into him too.
Yeah. I was in far as into them is because they were on MTV an awful lot during that time.
Mm.
I own, I think, a couple of their CDs. Not huge into this, some of their later stuff, but it's amazing.
Nor I. No.
When you go back and listen, like I did on iTunes, I jumped up and hit Essentials and knew just about every song.
Yeah.
But Jerry, since you picked it, what are your 3 favorite Nirvana INXS songs at this time?
The One Thing, Listen Like Thieves, and New Sensation. And again, you guys are so right. I do this, folks, on Conspiracy Land. I do this off the top of my head, and then I go back and check.
Right.
And I'm glad I do it first, because then I would have been just writing stuff down and crossing it out.
Yeah.
So, but those, the One Thing is, I believe, the first one I can recall ever hearing. And probably at the time didn't know who. Well, I guarantee you at the time I didn't know who they were. But I picked that because that's the first one I can recall them. I heard. So, and then Listen Like Thieves, I think, is when they blew the cover off, and then came out with Kick in '87. So, but yeah, those are my 3 favorite INXS songs. Good revisit. Yep.
I went back and, like I said, I listened on iTunes and was just amazed at how many tunes there were familiar,
A lot.
But I went with What You Need, and then New Sensation and Devil Inside.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, those are my three. And again, all three of them were radio hits. Just,
Yes.
I mean, just played constantly. Good stuff. Jim, what about you?
Well, reverse order here. You're one of my kind.
Mm-hmm.
Original Sin.
Good one. Yep.
Had that too. I mean, yep.
I know. And then you said Listen Like Thieves, and I thought like, I forgot about that one. It's hard to narrow it down. And then the very first INXS song I ever heard was Don't Change.
Okay.
And by far my favorite. Loved it from the first minute I heard it. Still love it today. A song I never get tired of hearing. Played it live a few times.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
And that's one of those situations where the lead singer gone way too soon.
Yeah.
You know, sad story. So
yeah.
All right. INXS. Now keep in mind, Jim, you've got the next pick for our top 3 songs and our classic album. So if you don't already have that,
I got it.
All right.
All right.
We'll be ready to hear that in just a little bit. But right now, what I have for you is a band called OC Rippers. The song is called Is There a Gun in This House? And I was been in a punk mood lately, so I was searching punk rock. And these guys are out of Beechwood, New Jersey, and reached out to them and said, hey, I want to play Is There a Gun in This House? Can you give me any information on the band whatsoever? And they said, play away. Have a good time. I got nothing to say.
Beautiful. That's how it should be.
So they are on Ruined Records, which is a small punk label out of North Carolina. Got 2 full-length LPs, and they're putting out their own EPs now. You can catch them all on Bandcamp. But the song I'm going to play for you Is There a Gun in This House? And it's the OC Rippers. All right, clocking in at 1:50.
Yeah.
Right.
Perfection.
I'm in that mood right now of these short songs.
Get to the point.
There you go. What'd you think about that, Jerry?
I loved it. It got to the point.
Yeah.
That's just good punky. Like you said, Frank, you've been in a little punky mood lately. It's great to hear stuff that, when the movement hit, we're talking 45 years ago.
Right.
And change about, and to hear something modern that's just as gritty and dirty and as good. It's just, and way better sounding, because of the technology. But yeah, OC Rippers. Yes, sir. I like that.
All right. Jim,
in a minute 50. Yeah, minute 50. I know Jaime likes it.
Yeah, perfect length. I mean, it was just right on the money.
Yeah.
I love that. I really like that opening lick, right?
Yes.
And it kind of carries through the song.
Yes.
It's got like kind of a quirky Devo feel to it.
Right.
I really like. And then I don't know if it's the chorus or the pre-chorus, whatever that was. Man, those are some nice little chord changes in there.
Yeah.
Like it's well done.
Right.
And they didn't belabor the point, and they know how to end a song.
They hit it.
Well
Right.
done.
Boom, boom, bang.
Well
Done.
done, you nameless folks out of New
That's
Jersey.
right. There
Go
you
see
go.
Rippers.
Okay, speaking of that, love the riff, love the whole bit. Do either one of you believe that the Sex Pistols did not know how to play their instruments when they first started?
No.
Never mind the Bullocks is pure.
Right?
It's
Steve
oh.
Jones. I mean, are we supposed to?
Jonesy.
Did we believe that back then? Because that was the publicity on them, is they don't even
that-
know how to play their instruments. And
That album kicks ass.
That's
Yeah.
that's all Malcolm McLaren
There you go. Some kind of
hyperbole,
jibber
right?
jabber. Yeah.
hype. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody got shunned or something, and just started talking.
I
I
Never
think
mind
I think only Lydon was the only one who hadn't been in a band or whatever, right?
Right.
Never-
So I don't
never
know that
mind
he
the-
had any experience, but I mean, Jones, Cook,
Man.
Never mind the Bullocks kicks ass
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree.
from start to finish.
I agree.
That album. Yes.
And that's what takes me back to OC Rippers. This music, a minute 50, and it's good. It's just the songcraft. It was just
Yes.
those guys have been together for 5 years. They got 2 LPs out. They know what they're doing.
Keep
So,
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just because your music is defined by a genre doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing.
No.
Right. All right.
They know
Okay.
what they're doing.
Before we get to Jim's pick, let's talk about your classic album that you picked, Jerry.
Loverboy debut, folks, out in Conspiracy Land, 1980, I think.
1980. That's what I see.
Yeah. And still to this day, when I hear the beginning of Turn Me Loose, to this day,
Mm-hmm.
goosebumpy. And he don't start singing. I think we might have been on last show, but he doesn't start singing for a good bit.
Right.
And it's still this album. There you go.
Yeah.
Incorporating the keyboards and my favorite drummer, Mike Frenette. Paul Dean
gotta
on
go
guitar. Mike Reno.
Go back. Watch
But
132.
I remember, guys, what are we, juniors? I remember when I first
Yeah.
heard this. I just,
Right.
it was mind-blowing.
Right.
It was mind-blowing. And still, I love it to this day.
Yeah. It was a transitioning time for music,
Yeah.
because a lot of this album, going back and listening to it, you were talking earlier about how that other band had that Devo style of
Yeah.
vocals.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Devo style of guitars and riffs in some of these songs. Very new wave-ish.
I have one written down here, Frank. Right next to it, I have Devo Elvis.
Little Girl?
You,
Yes.
that's
My
why
fa-
you host this show. Little Girl. I go,
Little Girl.
hey, that's like a little Devo.
Yes.
And then when he starts singing, it's like, he's doing his
Mhm.
Elvis. Well
I-
done, Frank. Wow.
I picked that up the moment I heard it, and I don't want to spoil it too soon, but that is my favorite song on this album because of that. It's the feel of that song.
Right on, Frank. Right on.
I
Right on. Yep.
could have easily picked the 2 big radio hits, Turn Me Loose
Yeah.
and Kid Is Hot Tonight, but
Yep.
Little Girl. Some of the lyrics, again, we're talking prissy. Some of
Yeah.
the lyrics are a little dated, but the music defined a time. It in my opinion. What were your thoughts on the album, Jim?
I had a rough go with this, man. They needed an editor. Everything's
Five.
just a little too long.
Yeah, they were doing it
Favorite
for radio.
song. To me, interestingly, always on my mind, I think could have been a single.
That's a good one. That's a good one. And I would agree with that, Jaime.
Yeah.
I preferred The Kid Is Hot Tonight to Turn Me Loose.
Right.
Turn Me Loose is 5.5 minutes long.
Yes, it is.
And now I remember, like, when that used to come on the radio,
I'd turn it.
I couldn't deal because I was like, oh, this is going to make me nuts. And it never, to me, that song just never gets out of second gear.
Right. It's
right?
got a groove to it.
That do.
Right.
That's the speed of the song for
Yeah.
5 minutes. Right. And when you're listening to 3 and 4 minute Juice Priest songs at that time, like,
that's too much.
Yeah.
It was,
British Steel came out
I
this
deal
year.
with it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but when you listen to Mike Reno's vocals, that guy had a strong voice.
Oh my gosh, that guy can wail when he wants to.
Yes.
Yeah. He's no slouch.
And Paul Dean, or whatever Jerry thought his name was,
Jimmy.
No, I thought, I thought
he
the drummer's name was the guitar player's name. Folks on Conspiracy. Yeah. So
he plays rock guitar
he does.
in a keyboard oriented band. And I know, wow, big deal. Now
It is a big deal because
he's
they
got
pull
some
it
heavy-
off.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. He's got some heavy riffs he's playing,
He does.
and he was no joke. And I don't know if you went back and looked up his solo album like I suggested. It's a rocker. It's a good one. So,
Yeah, I don't doubt it. He's
Paul
the
Dean.
rocker in the band, I think.
yeah. So just a little bit little girl here, just because of the is that
That's the
Devo?
Devo.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It had a very new wave-ish style of a sound to it, but I enjoyed it. It just almost 4 minutes long. So
Now
And
that's
how do
all
you-
Devo till he starts singing. That's Elvis.
Here's my question.
uh-huh.
How do you release a song called 80s Girl and it's only 1980?
Trying to be ahead of the game, Jaime.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, to me, I did
Yeah.
the same thing on the re-listen. I'm going, wait a minute. Oh, I see what they're doing.
Right.
So by the time somebody hits this up in 83, 84, they got it covered. It's not 70s girl.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's just my opinion. Yeah.
And what did you pick as a favorite, Jerry?
Turn Me Loose.
That's right. And we played a little
Still
bit at the
to
beginning.
this. Oh, yes, you did. Yeah, we covered
Yeah.
that. Yeah, to this day, that. Oh,
Yeah.
Frank, Jaime, I understand. That's why I love you and Frank. But as soon as I hear that keyboard and that goosebumps
Yeah.
for 5 minutes and change, Jaime. Although I do enjoy the
my goosebumps start running out at the 3 minute mark.
yeah, or
And
less.
you can get to 3.5 minutes.
You're pushing it.
We're pushing it. We're pushing it with you.
You get to 4, man. You better be wrapping that up quick.
That's it. You better have something special coming in.
And some portion of this band is still out there playing to this day.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, Mike Reno's
Trying to-
still out there. He's put on a
Yeah.
little bit of weight, but he's still wearing a headband from time to time.
You got to have the headband. Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know who else is still in the band, but every once in a while I'll see the name
I've
pop
seen it
up.
too.
So
Mm.
You know what I like?
good nostalgia.
That it's
What's that?
that it's 2024 and that guy's still wearing a headband.
Exactly.
Right?
Like, that's commitment.
Commitment.
That
That's
is.
what I was going to say.
That is
Yeah,
commitment.
yeah.
Don't look at my waistline. Look at my headband.
Yep.
And Duke can still have some pipes.
He does.
You know, he's not out there like people we know that are just, what the hell is he saying?
Right.
Some of those Instagram and thingies where you just watch it and go, gosh, come on.
I
You
saw
know.
I saw a miserable Axl Rose one today.
Oh,
Oh, did you?
man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
He actually sounds like a pig is being slaughtered at times. I don't know what's happened to him. Yeah.
Yeah. Too much
Uh,
plastic surgery messes up your vocals.
Talking about headbands, I saw the other day, KC and the Sunshine Band.
He looks different too. He's working out.
He's working out, but I think he's had some work done because he's, his
Yeah.
face is pulling back.
Yeah,
But,
something's going on.
But he's sporting a headband too. So,
Yeah.
anyways, all right. Well, Loverboy, Kid is Hot Tonight and Turn Me Loose are the big ones off this album.
Yep.
And like I said, I really enjoyed the second album, Get Lucky. And they just took off after that point. And they were one of those bands that was just on fire. I don't know how long their star rose, but they were going for quite a while.
I think,
They had a pretty good run.
They had a run. Loving Every Minute of it was like 84, 85. So
Another good song.
they put in about 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Right.
You know, stuff after that, of course. But yeah.
But Jim made a good point. This came out in 1980, and him and I were at Long Beach Sports Arena watching Judas Priest do a British Steel concert. So when you're rocking out to 3-minute songs, this puts a
little damper on it. Yeah, puts a damper on it.
Yeah. But still good. Good pick. All right. All right. Now let's get back to some new music. How about that? And Jim, what do you have for us?
Okay. Tonight I have this is an interesting band and with an interesting story, actually. So the band I have tonight, since we were doing the 90s, okay, this band is called Shufflepuck.
What a name.
And they were around in the 90s. And interestingly, they call themselves geek rock. And one of the earliest concert reviews I ever wrote was for Weezer. And I called them geek rock, and I didn't even know that was a thing, but they just seemed geeky to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, these guys were buddies with Weezer. They were buddies with Rivers Cuomo. Anyway, so they were together. They released a single. They got signed to Interscope, and in the meantime, their A&R guy leaves, but they soldier on, finish the album, but the release date keeps getting pushed back to the point where it didn't look like they were even going to release it. So Interscope let them leave with the record, but like kind of nothing happened. They broke up, went and did other things, right? So now this album is finally seeing the light of day on Big Stir. So we got Adam Orth on guitar and vocals, Dustin Fisher on guitar and background vocals, Ed Alexander on bass, and Keith Fallis on drums. And the song is called Where the Hell Is She? So go ahead and drop the needle in the groove, Frank.
Can't erase it from my mind today.
Shufflepuck. Where the hell is she? Man. Yeah, definite 90s vibe for sure.
Rocking.
But yeah, I love that pre-chorus. That was just a
Mm.
fantastic, well constructed tune. What'd you think, Jerry?
And they know how to end a song.
Abruptly, yes.
That was great, Jaime. I'm looking that up, and the term you used, geek rock, I've never thought of it in my head, but I remember hearing Weezer music months and months before I ever saw a video, and I go, "These guys are nerds. these guys, they're the ones that put that song out." So geek rock is apropos, Jaime. This is great. Shufflepuck. I'm gonna check into it. Yep, I can. I have access to their stuff, and it's so well done. Well done, James. Well done.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice, that's some freshy. That's freshy fresh.
Yep. It's always good when a song just has all the right parts and it doesn't hang up anywhere and doesn't it just
doesn't waste
flows.
Don't wait,
correctly.
not wasting time.
No.
The whole energy.
What's the length of that, Jaime?
Like 4 minutes or something.
It's 320.
320.
Right on Jaime's threshold. Okay.
Yeah.
But now that fits because when you listen to it, it seems like, how long was that song? Oh, about 2 minutes. That was good.
It's got that good fast pace.
So it's got that good in and out.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well done.
All right. Very good. Well, that's Shufflepuck. Check them out. All right.
Yeah, go to bigstir.com. Find it there.
It's amazing how many artists they have on that label.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, gosh.
You ain't kidding.
You had sent me that email earlier and I went through it, and before I actually found the tune and everything, I was looking through the artists. Oh, they've been on. Oh, they've been on. They've been on.
Yep.
And it goes on, just on and on and on. Oh yeah. So many and so many more to go. So a lot of good artists on there.
Yes.
All right. Next episode 134 will be Jim's pick for a classic album and a top 3 song band. So take it away, Jim.
Which you want first?
Let's go to the top 3 first.
Top 3, we're gonna do Weezer. Since we're on that.
Right off the bat. Remind me
on that subject.
Love it.
Back when Windows 3.1 or whatever it was came out, when they first had the video and the Weezer tune, the Happy Days.
That's the one where I go,
Buddy Holly.
I go,
Buddy Holly.
These guys are nerds.
That was the very first time I saw actual video on a computer screen. And I was at the Pomona Fairgrounds at a computer thing, and that song was playing. They're genius for getting on with Windows, because that song was playing on every computer at that under that silo, and everybody, whether they liked it or not, when they left, were humming that Weezer tune.
It's catchy as heck.
Yeah,
it is.
I don't want to spoil anything for next episode, but that tune is a good one.
It is.
They had an insane string of hits too.
Yes,
they did.
Yes. All right. Okay, and our classic album to revisit.
We are going to go back to 1969.
Holy mackerel!
With
Kindergarten.
The Stooges debut.
Ooh, all right. Very good. Nice. And I don't think I've listened to that probably 10 years, if not more.
I don't think it's been that long for me, but
that's what I love about this show, gentlemen. I've never heard it.
Oh, good.
I've never owned it, and I can't wait.
Yeah,
because the way our electricity works with each other, somebody drops something that I've never heard of, or Jim's never heard of, or Frank's. Well, you guys pretty much heard of everything, but to me, just I can't wait to get my teeth into it. Jim, Stooges debut, 1969. Yes, sir. Can't wait. Yep.
That's got that new new punk Detroit drip all over it.
Oh, I can't wait. I
Yeah.
can't wait. I might Bluetooth that up tonight.
Yeah, it's worth.
I don't know. People hold it up as one of the sort of forerunners of punk rock, right?
Right.
So
It's just raw. Let's just put it that way. It's
it's raw.
raw.
Good.
But
Good.
again, that was that Detroit vibe that was going on at that time. So good pick. Nice. See how that holds up now that I have to go back and re-listen. And
I'm looking forward to it, Jim.
good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jerry, you had INXS and Loverboy. You took us
Yes.
in an 80s mode there for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and Jim's going multi-generational with our top three, and then the Stooges. So it's going to be interesting on episode.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Weezer's top 3. Yeah.
That's going to be a pretty tough one. I know seems like they were throwing some albums out there pretty steady for a minute too. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to think in my head first before I look it up. Because when I look it up, it all goes kerflooey. There's, I'm trying to find 3. There's maybe 12, 15. So
you gotta narrow it down, man.
I try to do it up here first, which, not a lot doing up there lately, but that's how I try to do it. Then when I go back, I forgot about that.
Oh.
So.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, Jared, you got anything you want to add?
I do, Jim and Frank's, the folks out in Conspiracy Land. The music's out there. Tonight, just on tonight's show, episode 133, we got Ryan Oyer, OC Rippers, and Shufflepuck. And I mean, all good tunes, all good music, all good bands. Folks out in Conspiracy Land, drop us an email, jfjshow@gmail.com. Let us know what you think. But yeah, keep rocking. Keep rocking. Thank you.
Just to piggyback on what Jerry just said, there were 3 very different styles of music for you tonight.
Very.
A little bit of variety. So
yeah.
If you don't like one thing, you might like another. If you don't like that one, you might like the other. It's just, we always try to bring you something to check out and to keep the new music and the unsigned bands alive.
Yes.
Give them some inspiration to keep on keeping on. Keep on
rocking. Yeah.
And with that, I just hope that y'all stay fresh, cheese bags.
Oh, time it. I think I've only caught him once.
Jim, what about you?
Well, same old shtick.
Mm-hmm.
If you made it this far, if you like what you heard, smash that like button. Subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a comment. Tell us what your 3 favorite INXS songs are. And tell us what you really think about Loverboy.
Right.
And we'll see you next episode.
Absolutely. And just a program note, if you normally get your podcast on iTunes and just via the podcast platforms for audio only, episode 133 did not get posted until a week after it had already been up on YouTube. So if you're still looking for it, it is there now. We ran out.
That would be 132. That would be 132. We're on 133 now.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Now I'm totally confused, but that last episode did not make it onto the platform in a timely fashion, and that's all.
I was wondering why I got a notice like, oh,
Buzzsprout,
your podcast is finished uploading. I'm like, no, wait a minute, this got uploaded like a week ago, or
no, we ran out of minutes
4 days ago or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What they do, we get.
I watched it. Okay.
Yeah, you can watch it on YouTube. That was up, but.
Okay. That's my vehicle. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's up now, and it's there to download or stream or however you want to listen to it. So this next one will coincide with the YouTube video. So we're back on track.
Good.
So, all right. Well, Jim, if you don't have anything else, why don't you take us on home?
The shop is closed. I lost my cheat sheet.
Okay.
Hang on, Jaime. Let me help you out.
You put your headband on.
Good job.
Jaime.
Good job.
There you go. Turn me loose.
Gosh darn it.
Uh,
Give me just a second.
no worries. We're
No, it is a worry.
Hang on, I got a
Heck.
better one. I got a bigger one. Hang on.
oh, they're growing. Oh Lord, look at that. There you go. You look like Brett Michaels now. Holy cow.
Talk dirty to me. If this had been a song, Jaime, you'd already be checking out.
You would have lost interest.
Right.
I'm already losing interest.
You wouldn't be able to deal.
Yeah. Yep.
I did write down the band's name here, or the guys' names.